URL divided into 5 main components. The first component is scheme or protocol. The second one is host. The third one is path. The fourth one is query. And the fifth one is fragment. The first section of the URL is scheme or protocol. Basically, it's defining how data is transferred between the clients and the server. It usually starts with HTTP, HTTPS, FTP, and mail.to, and end with colon and doubles /. So in this example, we have HTTPS colon and double /. Moving on is the second component of the URL, which is host. So host divided into 3 sections: subdomain, main domain, and port. Subdomain is an optional part before the main domain, and it's often used to separate services. For example, we have www, but for other domains in such they have blog or shop. After the subdomain, we have main domain. So main domain divided into second level domain and top level domain. The domain itself defined as the human readable address of the website. And in this example, we have example words as the second level domain and .com as the top level domain. The last sections of the host is port. Port start with colon and the number of the port. And basically it's an optional section of the URL. And also it specifies the gateway used for connection. There are different numbers of port which are designated for different purposes. In this example, we have port 8080, which is for testing and development purpose. The third section of the URL is path. Path points to a specific resource or page on the server, similar to a path on a computer. So path basically begins with a / and then the path name. In this example, we have /products /items1, which is the name of the path. The fourth part of the URL is the query string. Query string always start with a question mark, and each query string has a key and value pair and separated by the %. And basically this query string provide parameter for the request. So in this example, for a query string, we have 2 key value pair, which color equals to red and size equals to M. And it starts with the question mark and separated by the % mark. One thing to note is that query strings allowed us to add as many key value pairs as needed. It's not limited to 1 or 2 key value pairs. Another thing to keep in mind that this query string is an optional. The last section of the URL is fragment. Fragment, or an anchor part, is an optional part. It basically points to a specific section with a page. So when we specify the fragment in the URL, it does not get sent to the server and only used by the browser. The fragment section always starts with the hashtag and the name of the section of an element that is located on the page. And for example, we have hashtag reviews. Congratulations, now you have mastered the components of a URL. And thank you for learning with me. See you in the next video.